fun. Go.
All right. What's going on, everyone? My name is Kevin Cameron, Pittsburgh's DSEN and Soul Tape, Pittsburgh sports talk show that comes to you every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Me and the fellas, we talk about Pittsburgh sports as well as major and hot sports topics. So put it on your schedule and check us out every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Now, I wanted to come to you today to provide some information regarding major sports news here in Pittsburgh for the second day in a row. Yesterday, it was to trade George Pickens from the Steelers to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, today, we're talking baseball. We're talking about Pirates making news. GM Ben Shelton announced that the manager, Eric Shelton, was fired after 5 seasons with the team. The Pirates started off 4 this year. They're currently standing at 12-26, and they're last in their division, the National League Central. So Ben Shelton announced that Don Kelly, who was the bench coach, will take over for Eric Shelton. Now, Don Kelly is a former major league player who started his career with Pittsburgh Pirates. And he's a homeboy. He's from Butler, PA, and he served in his previous role with the Pirates since 2020. But let's talk about what got Derek Shelton hurt. Let's even go back to when he was even put in place back in 2019. GM Ben Shelton brought him on board as a reset for the Pittsburgh Pirates to try to bring winning baseball to the Pirates, and that did not happen. Ben Shelton, or I should say Derek Shelton's record is actually dismal as a Pirates manager. He has 306 wins and 440 losses in 5+ seasons as Pirates manager. But you have to understand what he had to work with as well. Let's start with payroll. Going into the season, Pirates were the 26th lowest team as regard to payroll, 26 out of 30. So Bob Nutting, the owner, was not providing the money to really acquire the players that are needed to compete. Now, Bob Nutting took over ownership of the team since, or I should say, in 2007. And what happened since 2007? A number of managers has come and gone. The first manager was Jim Tracy when Bob Nutting took over ownership. And then there was John Russell. And then there was Clint Hurdle. And then Derek Shelton. And I'm going to go back to Clint Hurdle because he was the only one that was successful. From 2011 to 2019, his record was 735 wins to 720 losses, and he provided 3 years of playoffs, 2013, 14, and 15. It's pretty good. So Derek Shelton actually succeeded Clint Hurdle. And instead of things getting better, things got worse. And where the Pirates stand at right now, one of the worst offensive teams in baseball. They've been at the bottom of the league for most of the year. And as I indicated, they haven't made the playoffs since 2015, which is the second longest active postseason drought in baseball, ahead of only the Los Angeles Angels. And they haven't reached the playoffs since 2014. So given the change, I have to ask the question, what direction will the change of a manager have? What is the plan? Well, we know that GM Ben Shelton plan was not to invest in proven major league talent. Was that because the funds were not there to go out and get major league talent for a Derek Shelton to work with? There wasn't a whole lot that happened during the off season. There's a few changes that occurred, like changing some of the coaching and the scouting. One of the changes was the hitting coach. Andy Haynes was let go and was replaced with Matt Haig. That didn't help. Things might even be worse than last year. Matter of fact, I know they're worse than last year based on what I've said. Horrible offense. They're not able to hit. They're at the bottom of Major League Baseball offensively. Ben Shelton, some of the other changes offseason he made from a talent acquisition standpoint, first base has been a gap with the Pirates for too long. So he went out and got Spencer Horwitz, who we haven't seen yet because he's still recovering from his wrist surgery that he had. He went out and got left fielder Tommy Pham, who's batting 183, so he's having a horrible season. And then he brought Adam Frazier back, second baseman, who's batting 229. So he's not doing well either. So the offseason moves, or the lack of, have not worked. So what do you do now? As I indicated, will the manager move make a difference? The Pirates have one of the worst lineups in baseball, as I indicated, but they have one of the best pitchers with Paul Skeens in Major League Baseball, but they're wasting him. They are wasting Paul Skeens, who's currently 3-4 from a win-loss standpoint. And I know he's frustrated because when I'm in the locker room and when we're interviewing him, I can tell he's frustrated, and rightfully so. And maybe that was part of the reason they decided to go in a different direction from a manager's standpoint. I don't know. But I do need to keep it 100, and nothing will change unless one of two things happen. Number one, increase the active payroll. The Pirates are currently approximately $76 million. That's their payroll. They need to increase it to $134 million. That will put them in the middle of the payroll. If they were able to do that, they could use the money to invest in proven major league talent that can hit and score to complement the starting pitching that is currently in place. And if that happens, by default, everyone, the bullpen should improve. So I understand the bullpen isn't the greatest, but with those changes that I indicated, That should help the bullpen as well. Now, if Mr. Nutting is not willing to increase the payroll, as I indicated, the only other move would be what the fans have been chanting for most of the year. Sell the team. Sell the team. Sell the team. I don't believe he'll do it, but we can wish, we can pray, we can hope. So let's see what's going to happen with our Pittsburgh Pirates and the move of firing Derek Shelton. And please continue to follow Pittsburgh's DSEN for the latest on the Pirates and Pittsburgh sports. Also, please remember to hit that subscribe button. That way you can stay abreast every time we post a video out there. Also, I would like to make you aware of our radio station, Pittsburgh's DSEN. We're a 24/7 radio station. So check out our radio stream. It's all online. Go to our website, pghdsen.com, to check out our content. We have soulful music, Pittsburgh sports talk, and lifestyle programming. We have the soul 24/7. Please check us out. I really believe that you'll like what we bring to you. Everyone, take care.